Hello future CS, welcome back to my channel again. So guys, how was your accounting exam today? Do let me know in the comments below. So today I've got something super useful for you all who are preparing for the CA Foundation exams. That is a detailed summary of the BoS webinar on business law. So in this video we'll cover all the key points, exam tips and essential takeaways that you just can't afford to miss. So if you are new to my channel, I request you all to subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Request you all to keep a pen and notebook to write down the important points discussed in this video. So first some chapter specific guidance was given in this webinar. Let's have a look at those. So in the business law subject, you will have two types of questions. That is one direct theory question and the next one is case scenario based question. So your first chapter, Indian Regulatory Framework. So a direct theory question will be there from this chapter and it will be for 6 to 7 marks. And from this chapter, you will not be having the compulsory question. That is in the question paper, the first question which is compulsory question, that will not be from this chapter. Next, the second chapter, Indian Contract Act. There are 9 units in this. The section-wise weightage for this is 25% to 30%. And from this chapter, both direct theory question and case scenario question, both will be there from this chapter. 4 to 5 questions will be there from this chapter. Next, the Sale of Goods Act. There are 4 units in this. This is for 15% to 20% weightage. From this chapter also, both direct theory question and case scenario, both questions will be there. Then you have the Indian Partnership Act. So there are 3 units in this. And the section wise weightage is 15% to 20%. This chapter will be for around 18 marks to 24 marks. And from this also both direct theory question as well as case scenario question will be there. Next, the Limited Liability Partnership Act. From this chapter, one question will be there and it will be a direct theory question. Then you have the Companies Act. The weightage for this is 15% to 20%. Then you have the Negotiable Instruments Act. From this chapter also direct theory question and case scenario both questions will be there. The other key points discussed in this webinar. So it is very important to go through the entire study material. And at the end of each chapter, you have test your knowledge questions. You have to go through those as well. And also practice the FTP, RTP and previous exam papers as well. And also in the exam, the length of the answer should be based on the marks allotted to the question. And also you should mention the legal provision carefully. If the question is for 2 marks, the 1 mark will be allotted for legal provision. So basically you have to write what is the issue involved in the question. Then you have to mention the legal provision. And then you have to analyze the legal provision based on the issue given in the question. And then you have to give the conclusion. So in the exam you can write in your own words, but it should be legal language. That is, you should clearly mention the provision. If you remember the section number, you can write the section number as well. However, if you do not remember the section number, don't write the wrong section number. You can just write as per Companies Act, as per Indian Contract Act. So if you write wrong section number, marks can get deducted. So for revision purpose, you can use Saransh as well. So recently the ICI has released the Saransh which can be used for revision purpose. So this is not the real study material. So you have to study first the study material and then Saransh can be used for revision purpose. So it is very important to write fast and legibly in the exam. So you will have to do sufficient written practice for this. And also all the chapters are important. Do not do selective study. It is very important to study all the chapters from the syllabus. And if there is any case scenario based question which has a case law related to that, you can mention the name of case law related to that as well. And also for most of the questions, there will be subparts. So it is very important to write the answers of all the subparts at one place itself. Do not shuffle the subparts. For example, if you are answering question number 2 and there are three subparts A, B and C, it is very important to write all the three subparts at one place itself. Attempt all 100 marks paper. So it is very important to attempt the paper completely. And whenever you are starting any new answer, start it in the new page. Now we will discuss how to utilize the 15 minutes reading time. So the first 5 minutes you can spend on reading the entire question paper carefully. Go through each and every question carefully. Next you will be deciding as to which question you will not attempt. So there will be one choice. So first you can decide as to which question you will not attempt. Then out of the remaining question, you have to decide the order in which you will attempt the paper. So it is advisable to start with the question you know the best. This will help in boosting your confidence. Now coming to the marking pattern. So there will be stepwise marking and following might be the breakup of the marking. So you will have to mention the legal provision and then the legal issue involved. So basically there is stepwise marking involved. So you will have to write these steps. So first you can write the legal issue involved and then you will have to write the legal provision. Then you will have to apply the provision to the issue involved and then you can give the conclusion. So for each of these steps marks will be allotted. Now how to write answers to gain maximum marks. So as mentioned earlier, it is not compulsory to write the section number. Read the question carefully and write the answer as per the requirement in the question and as per the marks allotted to the question. Now coming to the language in which you should be writing the answer. So the answer should have a legal touch. So you cannot just use general words, you will have to clearly mention the legal provisions. However, it is not required that you copy paste the same answer as given in the study material. You can write in your own words, but the legal provision should be clearly written. And also note that you cannot write flowcharts in your answers. The legal provision should be clearly and concisely mentioned in your answers. And also read the question carefully as to whatever the requirement is there in the question, you will have to answer based on that. And at the end of each answer, remember to provide a correct conclusion as well. Because as mentioned earlier, there is stepwise marking, so there will be marking allotted for conclusion as well. How to answer case scenario based question. So as mentioned earlier, there will be two type of question, case scenario and direct theory question. So in this webinar, they have explained as to how you can answer for each of these case scenario as well as direct theory question. So for case scenario question, first you have to identify the issue involved and then you will have to mention the legal provision. Then the next step will be to correlate the legal provisions to the issue in the question and then you have to give the appropriate conclusion. So there is 4 steps in this. And also if there is any case law involved, you can mention the name of that case law and also you can mention what decision was taken in that case. Now discussing how to answer direct theory based questions. So for direct theory based questions, you have to give headings and subheadings. And when you are writing the answer, you can give example wherever possible. So you can write the answer either in the form of paragraphs or you can write in the form of bullet points as well. So previously I have made a couple of videos on how to answer case scenario based question as well as direct theory based question. So the link to those videos have been given in the end screen. You can watch those videos from there. So guys, that's a wrap on today's video. I hope this webinar summary helped you understand the important concepts and clarified some doubts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any updates. Remember, consistent effort is key. So keep learning and keep growing. All the best for your exams and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, stay motivated and stay focused.